everybody, it's Sunday and I am starting a new reading vlog, and so I am coming on here to do what I normally do and just to let you know the books that I am currently in the middle of and what I am hoping I'm going to finish this week. I feel like it's a little bit of a race to the end to get these books finished. Some of them I haven't even started, but I do have audiobooks for them, so I am hoping to get them started and finished. We'll see. Guys, there's a lot, guys, a lot, and I really don't think I'm going to get through them all. So yeah, besides the normal ones that I have a whole bunch of others, but I have Gone with the Wind, and we all know that this one's rolling over to May, so I'm not real worried about it, but I would like to get to the halfway point, and which is like somewhere around in like here, so I have like this much to go. I do think I can do it. I'm just going to have to start listening to more chapters a day instead of just the one or two, but yeah, I think I can do it. I'm enjoying it just fine. It's really interesting. I do like the Civil War aspects. I've never really read a lot of books that are set in the Civil War, so that part of it's been kind of interesting. The everything that happens to everybody. I mean, it just like it totally like just collapse everything, and nobody knows what's going to happen. I mean, your home is gone. You don't know where to go. All those kind of things I find very interesting. Scarlet, on the other hand, not a fan. Still. And then I am still reading on Gone Dark, and I was kind of close to getting to the halfway mark, but I didn't make it. Yeah, this one may end up rolling over. It's a review book, but I'm not really feeling it that much. It's not as fast paced as I thought it would be for like a survivalist type thing. So we'll see how it goes. And then of course we got the chunker Everblaze by Shannon Messenger, the Keeper of the Lost City. And I actually have made it over the halfway mark on this one. I am on page 43, and I'm on page 354 out of, I think, 605. So just barely over the halfway spot, but I am there. So I am working on those, and my plans is to finish this one. If I don't finish it tonight, I'm going to finish it tomorrow. I am 56% into the audiobook, and I need to get this one out and get it done. I'm enjoying it just fine. It's just I have all these books and I just need to get them done. This one, Lena, is very messed up. It's a Grant County #3 from Karen Slaughter, A Faint Cold Fear, and there has been 2 murders that look like suicides, so they think they're suicides, and that's kind of how they were treating them until the second one happened, and then they was kind of like, well, I'm not sure. Things are a little fishy. Lena, well, I feel like I can't really say a lot without spoiling Lena. She's just a mess. But anyway, she has a different part in this book than the other 2 books. We'll just put it that way. And everything. But something's just kind of pointing towards her. And so she's trying to figure out what's going on so she can get herself out of hot water, pretty much. And so, yeah. It's not too bad. Gory, but that's Karen Slaughter. So I totally forgot to read this one last week. I was going to read it. It's like only a 3-hour audiobook, and it just slipped my mind. So I've got to get this one in because it is a buddy read that I do with Sherry, and we read one a month, and my month is running out, so I've got to get that one done. And then I haven't started this one yet, but I'm reading this one for Amish in April, so I would like to get this one done. I have this one on audiobook. And this one is Sworn to Silence by Linda Castillo. been wanting to try this series for a long time. It's more grittier Amish than like the cozies and stuff that I read. And then I have an ebook, that's the word, an ebook that I'm working on called her Building Her Amish Dream by Joanne Brown, I think. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of books that I need to read, and so I know I'm not going to get through all of these. Let me be realistic. It's not going to happen. But I mean, this is just this and doesn't count the ebook or reading my part of Gone with the Wind that I need to read. So, yeah. Unrealistic, but I'm going to give it my go. Best go. I will talk to you whenever I finish one of these. Hey everybody, it's a Monday and I thought I would pop on here because I did finish a book last night. I just didn't feel like getting on and talking about it, and then I also finished a little one this today, so I thought I would pop on. I'm not feeling too well, and so hopefully I can say what I need to say about these books. And then after that, I think I need a nap. But I had a rough night last night. Something I ate, I think, yesterday did not agree with me. And so, yeah, just not really feeling it today. And so I finished A Faint Cold Fear by Karen Slaughter. This is the third book in the Grant County series, and I don't think I necessarily like this one quite as much as the previous two. A lot of it has to do with Lena, which is one of the characters that have been in all these books. She's not a main character, kind of a side character, but she is pretty prominent in the books. And in the first book, she had something happen to her that was very, very traumatic. And I get that coming off of that she might spiral out of control and do weird things, but she's just really starting to get on my nerves. I try to forgive her actions, but then it's got to the point that where, you know, she needs some serious help and something needs to be done, because she was just, I just couldn't stand her at all. And so this one is about a couple. There was a boy, a young man, I guess. He's a college student who was found dead at the beginning of this. They think that he jumped off a bridge and killed himself. There doesn't look like it's anything but, you know, suicide. But then a woman gets killed, and then things start to get a little bit suspicious, and Lena is actually kind of a suspect in this, and she is working as like security at the college where all this happened. And Jeffrey, who is the sheriff of Grant County, used to work with her, and so he's like, you know, he doesn't want to think that Lena would do something, but at the same time, she is very much spiraling out of control, and so he just doesn't know. And Sarah, like, she's the pediatrician slash coroner, and she is also Jeffrey's ex-wife, and they are trying to get back together, but it's pretty much a struggle, and I would like them to either get together or not, but the struggle is starting to get old. And then so the storyline, the investigation and all that stuff, I did like. It's definitely Karen Slaughter. It's graphic, it's squeamish at times. Some of the stuff that I listened to, it was like, ew. Because I did listen to it on audiobook. And I do like Sarah. She is probably my favorite character. Jeffrey is kind of iffy. And in this one also, something happens to Sarah's sister. It's very traumatic. It's really rough on the whole family because of what happened. Her parents kind of blame her. But at the same time, I mean, yeah, maybe her sister shouldn't have been with her when she went to this place, but her sister wanted to and everything. So, but yeah, so there's a big like traumatic thing with that. It's very very drama driven, I think, this one, and the stuff that's happening to like some of the characters and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, overall, I think I would give this one maybe 3 to 3.5 stars. I just didn't quite like it as much as the other ones, and it really has to do a lot with just stuff within the characters, not necessarily the mystery, but like I said, I'm really kind of over the whole Jeffrey Sarah are they aren't they thing, and then Lena's character is just getting out of control, and it just grated on my nerves having to listen to the parts with her in it because I'm like, you're so stupid, but I can't identify with the trauma that she went through, and I can't really say what it is because it happened in the first book. I don't want to spoil anything. But yeah, so it just, I just didn't like it as much as the other ones, and that happens. But I will be continuing on with the series. I just didn't like this one very much. But on a fun note, I did read How to Cheat a Dragon's Curse by Cressida Cow, which is the fourth book in the How to Train Your Dragon series. It's got such a fun cover. And this one has Hiccup and his friend, I think it's Fish Legs. And they're always adventuring and everything. Well, while they were out doing something, I don't remember exactly what it was, Fish Legs gets stung or bit or something by a venomous vorpent. So, some kind of deadly critter. And he finds out that he's gonna die. His friend's gonna die if Hiccup doesn't get him the like antidote, I guess. What that is a very rare potato because they don't think potatoes exist. They've never heard of anything like a potato. They were like potatoes or something that the Americas that they had, but these Vikings, they don't believe in the potato. It's one of those like myths or whatever. And he also finds out that this it's a vegetable that no one dares name because they're that afraid of the potato. I forgot about that. But oh yeah, Norbert Norbert the nut job. He's the chief of the hysterics or whatever. the names of some of this stuff. He has, it's rumors that he has a potato, and so Hiccup has to go and find him, and he's already had a run-in with him before, and he actually shot him in the butt with an arrow, so he's not on good terms with Norbert the nut job. So but he finds that he has a potato, and so he has to try to get the potato to save his friend, and that's pretty much what this book is about. And it's fun, it's silly, it's cute, it's just entertaining. And I, on a day when I'm not feeling very well, this was a lot of fun because I listened to the audiobook that's narrated by David Tennant. Almost forgot David Tennant, and he does all these really fun quirky voices and just gives it even more, just lends it even more fun. I give it 4 stars just because the narration is really good. It's more like a 3.5 because, I mean, there's not much to it, and it is kind of just silly, and it is a kid's book, and so I get the silly, but it's not wowing or anything. It's just fun, and so yeah. But the narration makes it even better than the story inside. So if you do, I would definitely read these books with the narrator because they're just really, really great. So yeah, that's what I have finished out of the massive stack that I need to finish. And I'm thinking about taking a nap. This is putting a dent in my I need to finish all these books because I don't feel well. I also think that the books over there. But I think I may save Gone Dark since I'm not going to get through all these books. And I think I might save Gone Dark for next month because Mr. Francie's doing a Mix It Up readathon. And I'm going to do a bingo on the last line. And there is read a young adult book in there. And since that is a young adult book, I think I just might save it. That way I'm not stressing too much about trying to get that book with all the other books. I'm behind on it anyway, so being behind on it a little bit more is not going to hurt anything at this point. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. It's been quite a week. I haven't hardly read anything. I was trying to get the books that I needed to read. I think I have read one other book besides the one that I finished today. I have 2 other books that I'd like to get finished, and tomorrow is the last day of the month, so I do not think I'm going to get them all finished. But that's okay. I gave it a good try. I mean, I had a big chunk of this one that I had to get finished, but I did get it finished. So I finished Everblaze by Shannon Messenger. It's The Keeper of the Lost City, number 3. And it's a beast. I won't lie. It's 609 pages, and I think they could have probably cut out like 150 pages, if not more, of this book, and it would have still been good. There was a lot of what I felt like kind of repetition from like the last book. It just felt like I was reading the last books over again. There wasn't a whole lot of the Foxfire Academy, which you get in like the first couple of books, which is, it's kind of a bummer because you think you're getting a magical school setting, and then they kind of like go off the chart there, so it's not that. And there were, there was a death in here that I wasn't expecting. Some things happened to a lot of the characters that it was like, wow, there was quite a twist at the end that I didn't see coming. I did have one thing figured out. I did figure out one of the baddies. I kind of had that one pegged. But yeah, it didn't have a lot of action. A lot of people are like, this is so much action. It's like action packed, but I don't know where they got that. It really didn't start to pick up for me until like halfway through the book. And I mean, 609 pages, for it to not get interesting until halfway through the book is just, it's a real struggle for me, which is why it took me all month to finish this instead of finishing it like really quick. Because usually I would get sucked into it and then I'd want to finish it, but this one I just didn't have the desire to like keep reading it all the time. So I would put it down and then I wouldn't touch it for like 2 or 3 days. So that being said, I can't really talk too much about it without spoiling things, but it is about Sophie, who finds out in the first book that she's an elf, and she's now living with them, and she's got like an adopted family, which is why this one would be good for a middle grade May, because of the found family aspects. And she has a select group of friends that she has now made, and they're really a close, tight-knit group, which is really strange because for a middle grade book, like 3 of the boys, they're like pretty much crushing on her a little bit, and I'm like, she doesn't need 3 boys. I mean, it's a middle grade. We don't even need romance in a middle grade, but there's these 3 boys that really like her, and you can tell one of them like really likes her and gets really jealous of the other ones, and it's like, no, it's middle grade. We don't need that. So that's like one of the parts that I don't really care about this series so far. I mean, she's only like, what, 12 or 13? And so we don't need romance. And we just need more action, and I didn't get a lot of action in this one. The ending left it, to where I am curious to see what's going to happen. But I think it's going to like really go away from like the whole magical school element. It seems like, at least to me, I'm thinking, because of what happened towards the end. But yeah, I'm still curious to read the next one, but I'm skipping. I'm not going to be reading the next one in May because I have too many other middle grade books that I want to get to, and with these gigantic ones like this, I don't want to miss out on all the other middle grades that I could be reading. So I will continue on with this one because I am buddy reading it with Sherry, and we are going to continue it in June. So yeah, they just get bigger, and that's the thing. They get bigger and bigger. I'm gonna need a lot more action if these books are gonna start getting bigger and bigger. Because like I think like number 10 is like about 800 pages or something like that. They just keep getting bigger and bigger, and yeah, I need something to hold my attention a little bit more. But I did it. I finished it. So at least I can say I have finished a couple of books this week instead of like, oh hello, I finished nothing. So I'm feeling at least accomplished. So hopefully I will pop back on here and let you know if I finished another book before May is over. I mean, not May. Hopefully I come back on here and can say I finished another book before April is over. But yeah, I'm not really. I mean, I might be able to get. Oh, it's over there. I might be able to get Sworn to Silence done because it's an audiobook and stuff, but I'm gonna be pushing it to try to get Building Her Amish Dream done, and so yeah, just did not read like I normally do, but that's okay. So I will talk to you later. Hey, so I was editing the video and I realized that I forgot to wrap the vlog up, which also means that I forgot to talk about the last book that I did finish in April, which was Sworn to Silence by Linda Castillo. I did finish this on Saturday at, I don't know, about 11 o'clock at night. I was really pushing it. But yeah, so this was my last book that I finished for Amish in April. It's a Kate Burkholder series number 1. It is a gritty Amish mystery, which was kind of different because most of the Amish books that I read are either like the sweet romance or cozy mysteries, and so this was definitely gritty and different, and I really liked it. This one has Kate Burkholder was Amish, but she had something that happened to her, traumatic experience when she was 14, and there was this slaughterhouse killer that was going around, and it was kind of tied in maybe with that, and she just didn't think she could be Amish anymore, and so she quit the faith and went and become a police officer, and she worked in like bigger cities and things like that, but they needed a chief of police for Painter's Mill, is that it? Yeah, Painter's Mill, which is where she grew up. So because she could speak Pennsylvania Dutch and that kind of stuff, and used to be Amish, they thought it would be great to have her as the chief of police there to kind of help out with that whenever they needed help. And so now we have some killings that are happening, and they kind of are mimicking the way that the killings happened when she was like 14. And because of that, she thinks that she might know who done it, but did she? And because she didn't act quite like she should have, it kind of makes some people not trust her judgment. And she didn't bring in like the FBI or some other people when she should have, and everything. And so the I don't know, the city council, or whatever, the ones that are like kind of over her, decide to bring in another detective, John Tomasino, I think that was his name. And he has his own history because he's kind of a rogue, kind of a cop that's gone rogue a little, because his family was killed because of an investigation he was working on. And then he kind of went off the rails to get justice. And so he's just not what a cop that anybody really wants. So they kind of put him there, and so actually they're a bit of a two of a kind, and it was kind of interesting, them two together. They didn't seem like they would fit well together, but towards the end they ended up fitting well together, and so that was cool. But yeah, I didn't guess who the killer was. It kind of, I felt like, I don't know, afterwards I kind of felt like, you should have known this maybe, but yeah, I didn't. But overall, I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to give the second one a try. But that's the last book that I managed to eke out at the very end of April. So for this last week of April, I managed to read 4 books out of that massive pile of books that you saw that I had at the beginning. Um, Building Her Amish Dream, I think I'm just going to DNF. I just really don't care about it. If anything, I may skim toward to the end, but I don't think I'm going to be mentioning it anymore because I'm probably just going to just leave it alone. Just wasn't feeling it. But I did finish A Faint Cold Fear by Karen Slaughter, which was about 3.5 stars. Then I had How to Cheat a Dragon's Curse by Cressida Cow, which is the 4th book in the How to Train Your Dragon series. And if you get this, you really should get the audiobook. You just really should. David Tennant, audio. It's great. 4 stars. Then I finished the Everblaze with the mixed feelings that I had. And I give it 3.5, but probably 4 stars on Goodreads. So yeah, so I had 4 books. It wasn't as bad as I thought. I really didn't think I was going to finish, but like a couple of books. So I did better than I thought I was going to do. I did make it to the section that I wanted to. I'm at part 4, so I did make it where I wanted to. I've gone with the wind, so I'm happy about that. Got that going, and so yeah, that one's going to roll over into May, and then so hopefully I will be able to wrap that one up at the end of May. And so yeah, so my week went pretty good. I am ready now for all my middle grade that I'm going to be reading in May. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.